Are you ready to dive deep into the secrets surrounding the ill-fated Oceangate submarine that settled on a voyage intended to explore the haunting wreckage of the Titanic and tragically added 5 more names to the long list of Titanic's victims? Prepare to be stunned as we reveal 7 shocking truths they don't want you to know about this cruel and infamous underwater adventure that was undertaken by 5 billionaires. Our first shocking truth uncovers the presence of a 19-year-old unwilling passenger named Suleiman Dawood in the Oceangate submarine. Suleiman Dawood was the son of Shahzada Dawood, who was also in the submarine. This son and father duo took this trip to Titanic for some father-son time leading up to Father's Day. Suleiman's aunt tells that Suleiman was terrified to undertake this harrowing journey and only agreed to go because his father was a longtime Titanic enthusiast, so he wanted to please his father for Father's Day. Unfortunately, the son was right to be terrified because this father-son trip proved to be their last, and Suleiman's deep-seated fear came true. Suleiman's reluctance further raises serious questions about the level of consent among all the passengers. Secondly, one passenger who it seems clearly consented to the journey was Paul Henry, who is also known as Mr. Titanic. Paul was a deep-sea explorer and a Titanic enthusiast, and astonishingly, had visited the Titanic wreck multiple times before tragically meeting his fate aboard the Oceangate submarine. Paul Henry Narjolet served in the French Navy for 25 years. After leaving the Navy, he joined the French Institute for Research and Exploitation of the Sea, where he worked on deep-sea exploration missions and went to Titanic's wreck. In an eerie way, it is no doubt that Paul was deeply connected to Titanic, as he even took his last breath on his way to the ship. On number 3, we have the shocking truth that reveals that Oceangate had been warned about the potential catastrophe that could arise with their submarine. Experts inside and outside of the company both warned the creators of the unsuitability of the Titan for the deep sea. Despite these forewarnings, the company decided to press forward with their mission, disregarding the lives of the passengers. Furthermore, the Titan was shockingly under-tested before being taken to the treacherous Titanic wreck. Its shallow water trials were insufficient and incomplete, and raised alarming concerns about its ability to withstand the extreme conditions and pressure of the deep sea at which the Titanic lies. But despite any test runs in the stimulated pressure of the deep sea, the Titan was taken to the deep sea, and thus it exploded as it couldn't withstand the pressure. Number 4. Did you know The Simpsons actually predicted the Oceangate submarine accident in one of their episodes? In a 2006 episode of The Simpsons, Homer Simpson takes a submarine to find the fabled emeralds of Piso Mojado. However, he becomes trapped underwater and runs out of oxygen, which is similar to what everyone thought happened to the submarine when it initially went missing and the search for it was being carried out. The uncanny resemblance to the real-life tragedy leaves us questioning whether there's more to this fictional prediction than meets the eye. Was this all pre-planned? Or is the creator of Simpsons a mastermind who has foretold so many disastrous events that have taken place in the world? Connected to the pre-planned incident, our 5th shocking finding is the disturbing possibility that the Oceangate submarine accident may not have occurred at all. Firstly, there is an absence of clear debris photos and evidence released to the public after the incident received worldwide coverage. Along with this is the fact that nearly all passengers were business tycoons and adults who willingly boarded the clearly unsafe Titans. Doesn't it all seem too fishy to be true? Many people and conspiracy theorists believe that we are being deceived, as this incident might be a big cover-up for identity or tax frauds that was done by these billionaires instead of an actual incident. Many people also believe that the Titanic sinking was pre-planned by J.P. Morgan, a millionaire banker who planned the sinking of the Titanic to kill off his rivals, Jacob Astor, Isidor Straus, and Benjamin Guggenheim, who all died in the disaster. What do you think about this? Tell me in the comments. Our 6th and most chilling revelation is that the bodies of the deceased passengers cannot be recovered in a rescuable or recognizable state. The immense pressure at the ocean's depths likely reduced their remains to an unrecognizable mush. The specific depth for the blast has not been yet identified, but according to the depth of the submarin's debris, it is concluded that the submarine was imploded in near milliseconds and would have turned into a size of a football at the explosion. This explosion would have been so fast that the passengers would not have had time to feel any pain, but their bodies would be turned into unrecognizable parts that cannot be rescued. continued. This unsettling truth about the narrowness of the deep sea leads us to confront the immense risks involved in the ocean exploration and the somber limitations of recovery efforts. Lastly, before the wreckage of the Oceangate submarine was found and the passengers were reported dead, reports surfaced of knocking voices heard in the vicinity. But further investigation revealed that these eerie sounds were unrelated to the submarine itself, as it would have imploded in seconds, leaving no passenger to suffer in a stranded submarine. These knocking sounds were a big hope during the search for the passengers, but after the explosion was said to be the case, no more reports of this sound were given. What could have been these sounds? Could they be signs of otherworldly life lurking in the depths of the ocean, or other humans stranded in the depths? No specific conclusion to these voices have been given, but scientists say they have concluded that the sounds were not coming from the Titan. There you have it, 7 shocking truths they don't want you to know about the ill-fated Oceangate submarine. From the unwilling passenger to Mr. Titanic, from the catastrophic warnings ignored to inadequate testing, from the Simpsons' eerie prediction to the lost bodies and mysterious knocking voices and the unsettling possibility of a cover-up. The truth behind this tragic tale runs deep. If you like this video, you'll love the books. Check them out on Amazon by searching up Scott Matthews.